Nick and Leslie talking holiday cheer. Hallmark movies, cozy nights, and a festive review today. Hey, grab a seat and a sweet treat, cozy up, push play. Movie cheers, what you'll hear this Hallmark movie day.
Welcome back. I hope you're happy to see our fugly faces.
And we're going to chat about a little movie called Hannukah on the Rocks.
Hanukkah on the Rocks.
Let's play that trailer.
Play that beautiful trailer. That beautiful Latka trailer.
I'm just putting my career on a slight pause.
By taking a job at a bar.
Rocky's is special.
The menorah, it's a symbol of hope.
It's nice to be around nice people.
You do make a decent cocktail.
Hannukah on the Rocks on Hallmark Channel.
So, did you like it a lot, Ka?
I liked it a lot, Ka.
Okay. What are your overall thoughts? How do you think this compared to the normal holiday or normal Hanukkah movies we get, I guess, out of Hallmark?
Normal. I'm sorry, there's only like a few I can like roll off the top of my head.
I didn't really formulate that question. It just kind of fell out.
I understand. I get it. I'm just going to talk about, in general. I thought it was cute. It was not, I don't want to say it's an original idea, but we love a good overlay theme in a restaurant. So I thought they did the same storyline in a way that goes with, a Hallmark movie, but with the with the Hanukkah overlay. I don't know. I liked it. I don't know. We like a good themed bar, and it was cute.
What I really liked is like 5 minutes into it, our main character, Tori, gets fired from her job.
Immediately, and she's about to make
part laid off.
This is why, like, if there's like good, I don't want to say good things, or if we're waiting for an answer on things, like, I just don't say anything. Like,
I'm going to need, I know what you mean.
So sorry.
The audience has no idea what you're talking about.
They have no idea. So, if we have news that we're waiting to hear from, if it's, could be good, could be bad, could be yes, could be a no, like her making partner, she's going around telling people like, oh, I'm about to make partner, or I'm about to make partner, when you are not guaranteed this answer that you want. And like, I don't want to say karma, but I just feel like getting your hopes up that's just the pessimist in me, I guess.
Yeah. But I thought it was fun that, like, this is very different for a Hallmark movie where right off the bat someone has bad news. They're down on the dumps. And, I mean, maybe I guess it's... no, wait, that was actually the intro to Haul Out the Holly, where she breaks up and she's got to go home and she's all sad.
Yeah.
So I guess this is kind of a similar situation, but she ends up following this other guy into a bar, because they were both after the last pair of, like, the good candles.
The good Hanukkah menorah candles.
And speaking of which, I have to shout out the presence of Mark Summers, beloved child Nickelodeon game show host, TV icon, host of Unwrapped and many other Food Network shows.
Was it I Double Dare You?
Yeah, and then he did a little call out by double daring someone because he hosted the show Double Dare on Nickelodeon.
I only knew about this man from the Behind the Nickelodeons.
Yeah, that docu-series from earlier this year, The Dark Side of Nickelodeon, The Dark Side of
I grew up with public access, PBS TV. I didn't grow up with Nickelodeon, so I didn't know this man.
So I didn't know he was an actor. I think he did a pretty good job. Was he the best actor in the movie? Absolutely not. Was he the worst?
Absolutely not.
He was on the bottom there. But he still commanded the camera, I guess.
Right, yeah.
So... can we talk about the really gross cookie decorating scene between Tori and her sister?
That sister character was interesting.
She was so mean and disappointed. She was really fucking
frosting. Oh my gosh.
They're trying to have a normal this wasn't even a plot point for the movie. They're having a normal conversation, two sisters, while one of the sisters is decorating Hanukkah cookies for her son to take to school. And she's just like, just like fingers all over the frosting, smushing them into the cookie. It wasn't even a comedic beat.
Painting.
I wonder if everyone on set was like, we don't have time to do this over again.
Yeah, even though it's right next to beautifully decorated Hanukkah.
Very strange.
It was
weird. They were both eating blue frosting, so their mouths were disgusting.
Yes. I just didn't know if it was necessary. It was a little sensory overload for me. I couldn't really like fully pay attention.
So Tori gets sent to find the good Hanukkah candles, the Cohen brand. Meanwhile, Jay, a
The
radiologist...
one with the light and dark blue.
Yes. Meanwhile, Jay, a radiologist, also gets sent to find the good Hanukkah candles, and the two of them meet at a store that has one left. They argue over, no, you take it, no, you take it, no, you take it. And then finally, the guy takes it, Jay, and Tori feels really bad for saying, no, you take it, because she really needed the candles, which is kind of contrived, but anyways. And she follows him out of the store into Rocky's, an underground dive bar.
So real quick, Jay is in is this Chicago, New York?
Chicago.
From Florida, so like Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah. Him and his parents moved from Chicago to Jacksonville.
And so his parents sent him on a mission to convince their grandfather to move down there to Florida because every night he's eating dinner at this dive bar.
Now, I will say, Leslie and I live in Florida. We live in the gorgeous, beautiful, liberal city of St. Petersburg.
St. Peter. I mean, was it a city? I was thinking of our county. Sorry.
We are very happy here.
Love it.
I've been to Jacksonville once.
Drove around it.
Don't know why anyone would want to go there.
Right. Great people come out of Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Friend Tiffany.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tiffany's cool.
Yes.
It's a stressful city to drive in.
Ooh. It's
all those rivers, every road, like you can only get like 50 feet to get out of a lane before you're on a highway. Anyways,
it's a lot.
I don't like driving.
Yeah,
period.
and it's Miami too. Like anyway.
Yeah.
Kind of people we are.
So Tori ends up really loving this bar, and Mark Summers, I forgot his name, and they convince her to work there because their bartender quits.
Right, because she's like, I need a drink. And they're like, what do you want? And she's like, give me an old fashioned. And the manager, who's like this sassy kitchen lady, is like, make it yourself. She's like, oh, I was a bartender back then. So all of a sudden she's behind the bar making an old fashioned for the grandfather. And you're like, flash forward, she's working there. I'm like, what happened?
And she's like, well, I got nothing else to do, so I might as well start working here. And she starts creating a whole bunch of Jewish-themed cocktails, and they decorate the bar and turn it into
the manager, that's the
Hanukkah pop-up
inspiration.
And it becomes like a really fun place. It gets really popular. Everybody loves it.
Special I thought it was happy hour treats.
It was a very sweet premise, sweet movie. Yes. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Quite a bit. The acting, though, I felt was not great. I didn't think our leads were too wonderful.
The grandma was a little over the top.
Yeah.
And I swear, we thought she said boba
instead of
booby.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, we are atheists. We hold, we're not religious, but hi, Ichabod. Ichabod has come into play. Hello there. Well, I wanted to give my opinion. Yeah?
Yeah. It was, I liked when they ate the food.
You liked when they ate the food?
Yeah.
Staring deep in my soul.
I feel sorry for people who listen to this and don't watch
I know, they can't see you can't look on budgies. You got a burp in there. He just ate dinner.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was talking about the
Booby.
Booby?
Yeah. And Bubala.
Anyway, so she we aren't religious, but also I don't know a lot, but I know Jewish people don't say rest in peace because they don't believe in that. So they said rest her soul or whatever it was, but I'm like, ooh, I don't think that's appropriate to say. And also the menorah, wait, is it called menorah? What was on the corrections that they were like, what you should
I forgot the name of it.
So is that a menorah?
It's when it's like arranged differently. It's
like with the first
something.
one. Oh, got it. Okay, I remember. So it was a menorah that they did have in there in the bar. I don't know if it was in the appropriate area too. So I kind of wish they did a little bit more. I mean, I cannot think off the top of my head. In any Christian thing, please someone correct it. That has to be, what it said item has to be facing a window in a certain direction. Like, we don't have any of that stuff. Or I say we, Christians.
Well,
non-denominational people, whatever.
I don't follow what you're talking about.
Okay, so the menorah, setting it up.
Yes.
It has to be in a certain direction by facing in the view of a window. There's certain criteria to set up a menorah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes. Anyway, so sorry. I thought you knew. I apologize. So now I understand why you were confused. Anyway, I don't feel that Hallmark took that into consideration. I just kind of wish they did. They do Christian stuff, is what I'm stating.
That's right.
And I don't believe there's anything that has to be set up that way. So I just wish they took, I'm happy that they're making these movies, but I wish they would do them correctly.
Gotcha.
So that means maybe hire some Jewish people to make sure that these things are done correctly. If I'm wrong, please let me know. I'm wrong, but these are just things that, I don't know, you've learned through experience.
Well, my notes revolved around, I liked that they had a drink called a Maccabee Mule.
Oh, yes.
And a guilty pleasure. I thought that was cute. I like when Tori and Jay begin to realize they have so much in common. For example, they both went to the same Jewish summer camp. And when they realize that, they give each other a secret handshake.
Yeah.
That was really cute.
It was interesting that she had this summer camp sweatshirt.
I wrote, I don't appreciate making fun of coffee. Oh, Jay is trying to make coffee for his dad, and he's like, let me make a nice pour over for you. Right. And then the dad said, or his grandfather says, what's that? He's like, it's when you pour hot water into your grounds into a glass carafe. And he pours water into his like Mr. Coffee maker, and he's like, there you go, pour over.
Just like that, pour. He's like, oh yeah, that's it. No, it's not. It's not it.
If you don't want to do a Chemex and you don't want to stand there and pour your water, that's fine. At least use fresh ground coffee. That is step one to elevate your
Exactly.
coffee.
And don't yick someone's yak.
Yuck someone's yum.
Yuck someone's yum.
Yeah, and don't yick their yak either.
Yeah.
Their yak might really enjoy being yicked.
I know. So,
Can we also talk about how many flies were in this movie?
honestly, barflies.
Just flying around in all the scenes. I thought that was funny. I really liked Jay. I did not much care for the actress who played Tori, or really anyone else. I thought Jay was the standout.
That was a burp, Ichabod. Jeez.
So also Tori and Jay buy a painting of, or was it a photo of a bowl of cherries?
Okay, so we find out that the grandfather's the owner of the entire building of the bar, the apartment on top, and everything like that. But he's been finger fucking all the accoutrements for the drinks, like the maraschino cherries, the limes,
All the
peanuts,
decorative.
all the decorative things that are on the bar side, not the like peanuts, popcorn. That if they were there, they weren't even there. And so I'm like, okay, fine, we find out you're the owner, but still, like, oh,
It's gross.
Anyway, so he's
And
always
so
like,
the two of them decide to get him a painting or photo framed of a bowl of cherries.
Yeah.
And that makes him cry when he sees that gift.
and then he goes, I'll always have my bowl of cherries. In my mind, I'm like, are you carrying around the painting of the bowl of cherries or the bowl of cherries?
Yeah.
And I'm like, so,
It
happy
seemed almost
for-
like a gag gift. And
Oh my gosh, I'm
became
like
a-
squishing the microphone.
Oh, yeah, your audio probably sounds like garbage now.
Yeah, great.
Oh.
Reggie, do we have to right now? Oh, Princess is eating.
Oh, good.
Good.
Our dog.
Dogs, you're always concerned when they don't eat. So I still like the movie. Yeah, there's these quirks that we're gonna get, but I think it's gonna be in a top 15, top 13. So like,
Well, let's shout out the fact that glasses had actual liquids in them.
glasses had actual liquids in them. They had to do that. Yes.
Oh, how about when we find out that Mark Summers' character actually owns the building, owns the bar, and he was like, well, I didn't want people to know because I didn't want people to treat me any differently, and I just wanted to make sure the place stayed the way I remembered it. And then we see out of the background one of the guys who's always at the bar. He's like, so I'm best friends. No, he's like, so I'm friends with the owner and I still have to pay for drinks? I thought that was fucked up. That's a fucked up line.
Right.
Then creepy book about us. I don't know why I wrote down creepy book about us. Did someone get a creepy book?
I'm trying to think. So the family came in. Creepy book. I'm not sure.
I don't know what my notes are.
I don't know. The mom of is it Tori?
Yeah.
Yeah, so whenever she lies to her family about, except to her sister, so she lies to her grandmother and her parents about losing her job, of being this lawyer that's supposed to be becoming a partner. And so there's a business acquisition merger that apparently happens overnight, obviously, and she loses her job the next day. But she worked, 24/7. And, again, like, weekends, all that. So 24/7 means anyway. And so the family was like surprised, like, oh, you're taking personal time. That's what she kept telling them because, she didn't want to tell them and be disappointed that she got fired from this law firm. So whenever her parents find out, because Bubala takes them to this bar that has a booby.
Yeah, Bubala is a child.
That has a Hanukkah theme overlay and everything. And then they see, oh, our daughter's here. The mom screams and is dramatic and cries.
She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. I got laid off.
Girl is
and runs out.
in her 30s. Like, if you are not, I'm not saying we know exactly what we want to do and all that, but like, you were not happy. I just, glad you had your wake up call, but oh my God, your parents, like, what?
So every Hallmark movie has a scene about 15 minutes from the end when someone overreacts to something.
Right.
And we're always counting down for when that moment happens.
Yes.
We try to predict who's going to overreact to this, who's going to find the thing, the note somewhere that they totally misinterpret.
How dramatic will they act and, not be an adult to understand.
What's frustrating to me is we know that overreaction is coming. And then we know that it's all going to be cleared out with a conversation just a couple minutes after the overreaction. Yeah. So why do they need to overreact? Why can't it just be a longer conversation?
A longer conversation.
Like, hey, I found this. I want to let you know this is how this is making me feel. Please let me know if there's any information I'm missing surrounding the environment of this letter I found.
Yeah, and so we can still make it an hour 24 long movie.
We don't have to have a cartoony overreaction with someone running out of a building and then someone tries to find them, but they're missing throughout this snowy town.
Right. And then, but that, then that person has to stumble upon the person in labor. Yeah.
Once again, shout out to
Holiday Hangovers.
To hang and to
hold into holiday.
To hold into
holiday.
Yeah. So that was Hanukkah on the Rocks. Let's take a couple of minutes and chat about Redone, or as it's also known, Red One.
Red One was cute.
Currently in theaters, but it's also available to stream on Amazon Prime, so we watched it.
Wait, but we didn't talk about the chemistry of me and writing.
Oh, sorry.
So take backsies.
Hanukkah on the Rocks. I gave it a writing 4.
As always.
Acting 3. Directing 4. Chemistry-o-meter 5. But I really feel like Jay carried it mostly.
Yeah. I think you should see this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's cute. Now, Red One. Red One.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry.
So, Red One is a very expensive, very modern action film starring The Rock, Chris Evans. I forgot his name, but basically The Rock is like in charge of security for Santa Claus. Santa Claus gets kidnapped. Stop moving the table, please.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
Santa Claus gets kidnapped, and Chris Evans helps them find Santa because he's good at tracking people.
The Rock is such a good actor, in my opinion.
Ooh, okay. I mean, he's got one thing, and he stays in his lane.
Yeah, no, good for him. Like, he does a good job.
I thought Chris Evans was great in this movie.
He was a delight. The teen actor was interesting.
Kieran Shipley? Kieran Shipka.
I don't know.
The one from Mad Men and...
No, the actual teenager.
Oh, the son. That's right, Chris Evans' son.
Yeah. I still don't understand how he got freed from his snow globe.
Yeah.
He didn't come to any realization. He continued being on a stupid teenager character.
The plot was weird.
The plot was interesting.
The writing didn't really make sense, so I'm not rating this one, but
Christmas witch.
I think the writing is going to be a 3 on this.
When we bring along mythological creatures that I didn't know were around, or apparently,
We
It
spend
was
so much time at Krampus's party.
for Krampusnacht.
Krampusnacht. Krampusnacht. And they play Krampus Schlacht, where they just slap each other.
Flop. Where there's
I think Krampus's costume was way overdone.
I don't think so.
I think the whole movie is worth it just for the final scene where we see Santa
My
delivering
favorite.
presents around the world.
I was enthralled.
So impressive. It's like a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon scenario mixed with Ant-Man. It felt...
Zip, zap, zoom. I'm like, this is magic.
Yeah.
This is believable magic.
It gave you the feels. Just that last moment of Santa.
Oh, you're like the
flipping around.
coordination. This makes sense.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
So Red One was
Put
fun.
on your Santa cap and you'll feel it.
Yeah.
Red
I just noticed in my notes I wrote writing 6. I can't justify Red 1 as a writing of 6 when I gave Hanukkah on the Rocks writing 4.
See, I think 6 is very understandable for Red 1.
So you thought the writing for Red 1 was better than Hanukkah on the
Yes,
Rocks?
coming up with the Santa thing, how I thought it was good. And the witch, listen, yes. And the adopted brother of Krampus, and then how he came up with the naughty list. What good writing was that? Okay. And again, the whole working out thing and just the behind the scenes of the elves. God damn it, sorry. And then the snowmen.
The snowmen were fun.
The snowmen were fun.
Yeah, fun fight in Aruba or something on a beach with snowmen.
Sorry.
It was cute. I don't know how Chris Evans, who's just a human in this movie, not
Survived.
Captain America, constantly getting thrown through things, smashed onto a wall, thrown against the ceiling. And yet everyone's just like not sore. Like if I stand up too fast, I'm sore for half a day.
Right. We'll whip our hips around.
All right, so that was Hanukkah on the Rocks and Red One. We'll see you in a few minutes to chat about our next movie.
Toodaloo.